Us to 1-0 Encore. Interesting pistol round though, like you said, all the way down from Mason, and he missed out because he actually went past them when they came up alt mid.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he nearly tricked his teammates. I mean, they obviously had a lot of emphasis towards the middle area because they thought that the apps was clear, but they just ran around each other like. I mean, it was not really like expected that 3D Max would get into that position, but it just worked out in the end. And they're doing like this very games kind of eco with 4 smokes, and they're gonna like keep re-smoking banana. You see the arch guy is gonna throw the first smoke into B now. That means that the B guys will still have 2 smokes, while there's only been like 115 left. So they can nearly cover the entire round with smokes now.
Interesting that we are seeing all SMGs, no rifles. Xart with the PP Bizon. He'll try and come around. Good little stack up underneath on the yawning side, though, on truck. And actually, this rotation, as we can see, there's only one over toward, or probably there's 2 over toward B. I thought the minimap was glitched for a second because Ron looked like he was stacked up with Mason, and there was 2 on that spot, but there's not. So it is standard formation. Mason gonna get caught, so now Ron has to pop out and try and get at least 1 shot when they cross over. So far, he's playing passively. He'll wait inside the site. Lots of smoke's going to go out. That covers off library, but he still hasn't spotted anyone yet, and he likewise hasn't been spotted in return. Decent damage done on Ensta, but that's all he's going to get. So now Musambani has to come around from front library. And again, that smoke that we saw get deployed means he's got no vision. And in fact, yeah, they're not even going to give up. Uh-oh, what am I doing? They're not even going to give up any information.
I mean, Sugar is just like
closing round music. Somehow that got restarted. I must have hit the hotkey. My mistake.
Shit happens.
That's one way to.
Anyways, like the thing is, Sugar is like pretty much completely useless in that A-bomb side. Having an USP only, he's obviously saving for the AWP. So I kind of feel like x6tence should have done something because 2 guys guarding A with pistols. With like decent pistols and 1 guy who's like useless and 2 guys covering B. No matter what side Encore would gonna go for, they would have like a huge advantage because only 2 guys on each side would be able to do anything. So I kind of feel like x6tence should either have gone for some more map control or to try and be lucky with a stack in that situation.
By the way, everyone in chat is saying nsub equals Nasu. That is correct. I also think it's hilarious that Natu left and Nasu joined. It's literally 1 letter the difference for the two players that they subbed out. Or rather, swap positions. Lurpus's brother as well.
Yep, and he's been like very strong in some of the games with the AWP. He's like fast as lightning. I don't know. He's like insanely good.
I was hoping you were gonna go with lightning because I was totally gonna say it if you didn't. Totally gonna say it if you didn't. As they do try and get a little bit aggressive. This Corn's gonna try and get inside the B site. This SMG comes around, does spot up the first. Decent damage onto Kyrie. Meanwhile, Musambani dropping down on the A site, so they are looking for this entry in on both sides. Disturb will take down Mason. Second shot from him. That's gonna catch out Ron, and now here comes the secondary entry onto B. The bomb's still down at the bottom of middle, so they'll have to go back for it at some point as Disturb does get down Kyrie, but Flippin found Kron just before that, so that slows down your B player by just a little bit. As now Xart will be spamming away with that PP Bizon. Does pick up the kill. And he gets dropped, so Musambani at least gets 1 more for insult to injury toward the end of it. But there you go, bomb's going to go down, and the question is, I think they're going to be buying, or they should be buying, and will be buying in the next round regardless. So does he push forward with this SMG or try to hold on to it? 15 HP, he'll just keep it to his own.
Yeah, he's just going to, exactly, just look for an easy exit. I mean, he can save the body Kevlar and the nade, possibly. But I mean, he's not going to be too sad going down either, so he's just going to look to try and be lucky, and he could actually catch Ensa in the back here.
Oh, but he took the shot with the... Okay, I guess it's still 600, but he could have gone for the 1500 knife there. I don't think Ensub was going to look at all.
Yeah, actually, he should have done that. I was like... I didn't even consider it. I was just like, okay, 600 bucks for an SMG kill. It's pretty decent. He should have went for the knife.
Yeah, because he was sitting only, as we see now... Well, we'll see it post-round. He's down to 500 based on that early buy. And he actually could have been sitting a heck of a lot higher. What did he grab? Okay, so Musambani got the SMG thrown over to him. They'll go for the M4, so they will go for the full upgrade. And now we get into the gun round. 3-0 already. Encore looking strong so far, but we know this map can be so CT oriented once the guns do come out.
Exactly. And you just see a lot of heavy emphasis on the banana. They're trying to force out a smoke on the B-bomb side, which is going to happen instantly. So it's a pretty decent job, I mean, without losing any damage, just forcing out the smokes is very important on this map as a terrorist.
Very passive arch side setup. Gives up a lot of position if they smoke off. Onto Kyrie, it looks like they are going to group in that position. So we'll see how Kyrie responds. He does have the op out, but he's already spotted. Stonda takes him down. Now they'll wrap on the corner. No smoke out just yet. Stonda wants more, but no movement either. Mason's going to hold station. Okay, finally gets outside of Graveyard, and he'll try and come over and spot up through this smoke. Flash goes his way, but he knows that smoke's there, so unless they push and man up, he's got no fear. He'll re-smoke it as well. This does delay them a little bit further, but the pressure's still on. Suket Rondas has to come all the way back around the backside. And they're being passive. I thought that push was going to come a lot sooner. Musimbani's had a lot of time to rotate over from the B site. And in fact, just now they'll group up on Truck's side. Disturb does take down Sukarana, and on the backside, oh, that's a misplay. Massive misplay. Mason ends up getting one before that, but Musimbani caught off guard. Mason with the triple, still inside the site. Finally, Nasu will put him out. And that's going to make it down to a man advantage here for Encore yet again, as Flippin is the one to come around. Can't do anything with the FAMAS, and that round, man, it looked like it early on. Encore had it fully in control. It slowed down massively later on.
Yeah, it really did, and basically the first guy dying in Arch there, I know that position so much as an AWP player. What basically happened was he had to do the smoke for B, so that they would have an extra smoke in that round, but as we saw in the early round, the B guys already used the first smoke, so instead of that guy using the first smoke on B, he had to do the second one. And then when he went for the repeat, the terrorist already walked up middle, so basically a very unlucky timing, and you bet he's gonna be so mad on that one, because I don't know, to a certain extent it's a rookie mistake, you know, going to repeat without having any information if they could be up, but 9 out of 10 times the terrorists don't push without a flash or something, so it's an unlucky play.
So lots of shots being thrown out on top of Banana right now. Gron trying to find some information, can't. He'll have to fall back. But we do have a 3-man rotation out with these pistols early on from the CTs. Nasu, meanwhile, does get one on the B, or probably the A side. Response comes out. Stonda gets the op shot into Musimbani, and Nasu tries to push forward. Disturbed will catch out Suket Ron, so that brings us back to only Kyrie and Flippin remaining. Kyrie tries to fire away with that. Deagle does get one, make it 2! He actually got XR just before that over the shoulder with a headshot, so great play from him. That does at least give them guns to pick up. So 2 AKs recovered. The question is, it's still 3 on 2. It's a decent position to be in. Low HP for Nasu and Disturbed, but I don't know if they want to invest because they need to find a way back into this.
Yeah. But what talks for going for this one is that they're gonna have a buy no matter what next round. But then again, in case they lose it or drop a lot of weapons, they're going to build up their bank already now. So I mean, the decision they made in this one was one guy is saving and another guy is peeking, and that's the only thing which cannot happen. I mean, either you go for it together, or have some plan, or both of you save. Not like this one. Kyrie goes for kills and the other guy stays passively in B. That doesn't make any sense.
So bomb will detonate. I kind of agree that was a very questionable play. But they'll save the 1 AK. They will have guns and money to buy in this round. Keep in mind, if they saved that, that's a whole investment from Kyrie. He's down to 0. He bought an op as well. He could have thrown that AK to somebody else. I question that.
Yeah, big time. Maybe he's gonna make up for it by some sick plays now. It seems like he's gonna go very aggressive in apartments.
XR wants to get aggressive on Banana. Damage already coming down toward him in the form of that grenade that we saw. Flash and smokes. Slight gap on that smoke too. That gives a bit of an advantage as Suket Ron does get down middle. And they're actually going to shut down N-Sub as well. Has to do that early damage we saw. So Disturbed now tries to come up inside the apartments and respond. Hasn't found the angle he's looking for just yet. Oh ho ho! Talk about a little bit of luck. Kyrie just missed that shot when he crossed over because he was late to peek it. And he was walking. That was an easy target if he'd been there just even a second sooner. So falling away from it. They'll get a little more passive as a result. As we do see this boost coming out for Stonda, trying to spot up the backside of Emo. Nobody there just yet. And they'll fall off of Banana as a result, so interesting that they're going to rotate all the way back over. XR's the first one up. Disturbed wants to go. He wants around the corner, already spotting it. He spots up the second player on balcony. So far, hasn't been a response come out. So Kyrie not getting that op into anybody just yet.
Ooh, and they're making a fake here. Of sending Disturbed around alone at least, and it's going to be 2 guys still holding B, so it should be a great defense for the CT. rotating. And that means that Flippin is gonna be alone.
Well, he did get back just in time. Flippin goes for this bounce flash. Does catch out one. That's fully blinded, but there's the counter. He can't do anything, and they're in behind the wall, so it's not an easy shot. He's got to hold station. So far, he's been lucky. No Molotov has come into him. Spams away in the first. Doesn't hold enough bullets in the magazine. And there's the backside. Disturbed wraps all the way around. Musimbani gets caught, and despite that there's 3 up, this retake is going to be extremely hard. As Disturbed already spots one. Repeats. Nice shot. Mason down. Tries to get the second. Does get Kyrie. That one, I think, wasn't even intended for him, as Suck-It Ron manages to dodge it. That goes over his shoulder, and now it's down to a 1-on-2. Still reasonable time, does have the kit, but Stonda's not going to let him go any further.
That second, or actually third kill in the round by Disturbed, but that second kill onto construction, getting the guy trying to go and get an entrance into the construction, not even the guy who was peeking it. I mean, that was a bit lucky, but nonetheless it was insanely sick by Disturbed. And he's actually one of the guys who doesn't get a lot of credit, but he's really good, especially in LAN. I had the trouble of facing this guy numerous of different times, and he's just really strong. Yeah, and this is difficult. They need to peek him, otherwise he won't stand any chance at all. And most likely, they're not going to do that being down 0-6, you know? Like, leading 11-1 or something, it would be a different story, but...
Counter-terrorists win.
And I think you're gonna agree with me on... The play from Encore was actually pretty cool. I mean, the play from Encore was actually pretty cool. Since they're up 6-0, they can do like ballsy plays and take chances. And that's what they did with this early mid-rush, and they completely caught the middle guy off guard. But they didn't seem to have a plan after getting the entrance, so that's kind of where it fell apart again.
Apparently, I need to reset my buttons, because I think I accidentally muted mid-round last time. It's alright, we're getting through this. Suck-It Ron's gonna hold off. I actually do agree with you, by the way. I said I wouldn't, but I did. I'm a liar.
Once in a lifetime experience for me.
Suck-It Ron falls back around to support the site. His rotations have been strong. They've gone for him on the op as well as Kyrie. And the interesting thing is, Kyrie's gone back over to B based on spawn positioning, so they've completely changed up who's at either site. But here comes your take in on top of A. They've already got Mason forced back. Suck-It Ron's going to get aggressive. I thought they'd try and bait off of each other with that flashbang to try and get him an early peek, but instead he gets inside the archway. Flash does come around the corner from his teammate. Manages to hit one. Almost looked like they could have lined up for him. There's two. Will they continue on? It's going to be an absolute slaughter. A third from him, but he can't do anymore. Finally, N-Sub gets the shot and answers back, but Musimbani is right there in the trade for the end, so x6tence pick up their second round.
It was very good AWP play from him in that situation, but though you have to criticize the structure of Encore trying to run into that archway, because you need to be closer to each other, you need to be able to revenge frag an AWP playing that aggressive in an off angle where he can't get away. And simply they gave him the time to take all the easy shots.
So x6tence flashes over, gives Nasu a chance to come around the corner and try and find his way in. Pardon me, that's not Nasu at the front. Who is it? It's Disturbed who's already in, but he's already shut down. Flippin's found the first kill. Musimbani burns away the others with the fire. Now Kyrie's going to rotate, and x6tence, as they are back on pistols, has to fire away with his Glock over the top. Nice nade, lands right on his foot, still manages to dink up Flippin. And somehow they don't respond. You'd think they would have sooner. They finally do. Musimbani and Mason. The M&Ms eat the red one last, and they'll eat the last terrorist alive. It's going to be 6-3, small comeback coming in.
And where do you think both teams are going to be having an acceptable half? Do you think Encore is looking to get like 10 rounds, or where do you think they would be satisfied?
I mean, 6 already for Encore is decent. I think they're going to want to push for 8 at this point. It's still super early in the round. The problem is the economy's starting to rebuild now for the T side, so they have a chance to really fight their way back into it.
Yeah, exactly. But then again, leading 6-0, like you say, I mean, 8 rounds should be good, but you'd kind of want to go for 9 or 10 if you have 6-0, but 8 rounds in the T half is just insanely good as well. So no matter what, they're already kind of satisfied. They have a good chance of making, I mean, a great CT side with the players that they have. So I guess they feel kind of confident already.
X-Art's so low, and he pushes himself up in his sandbag. Kind of peculiar, because this smoke is going to dissolve any second. Is it going to be re-smoked? It looks like, okay, he's actually going to smoke himself out, but there's the re-smoke. We just heard that come in. Meanwhile, it's all going on at A. Kyrie's already lined up. One, make it two now, and they're going to have to fall back. Away from the site they go, still trying to find a shot as Mason out hot on their heels as well, so this flank could work out perfectly for them. As X6tence now is trying to find the way in. Secondary smoke from him comes out. That'll cover off Spools, and around the corner goes Karn, but the question is, can he get anything? He has to come through with his back to it, and Mason's already lined up too. That's your flank, and he's going to come in. There it is! Completely behind and no answer at all.
Rigged. Just rigged, mate. Great flank. Ballsy to do in a 5-on-3, but then again, they're probably not going to lose the die of him missing the flank, and the flank was just perfectly timed and caught the terrorists off so much that it was insane. I don't understand the last guy not turning around though, but I guess he was just in a very awful position.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he thought he was going to be pushed from either side. A little bit more aggressive this time from Flippin on Banana. Does give himself a little bit more position and vision to peek out. No smokes on it, but look at this. They're setting up the crossfire top middle. It's again pistols for the T side. Around the corner they go yet again. Gotta get around. Disturbed has this Tech 9. Wants to get the shot toward Pit. Looks like Ron's going to slow him down. Now Karn's going to be the one that pops back out, tries to re-peek it, but the fire's there, so he can't go much further. He just wants that Tech 9. That's all he wants. That's all anyone wants for Christmas on the T side. Kyrie's on the backside here with the op. Misses the first shot. Does have a Tech 9 that he picked up from the last round, so he swaps it over quickly, and he'll go right to it. The second Ron continues to hold the backside. Musambani collects the last, and we are one round the difference, and money is massive on the CT side now, as we see. Not only did they reset the money bonus, they firmly picked up 5 of their own and shifted it back the other way.
Yeah, exactly. And there's not any feeling which is coming close to having an AWP and then a Tech 9. You feel so safe. Missing an AWP shot, just pulling out the Tech 9. It's a great feeling, man. We see the AWP aggressive play again. He should be able to get the first. I hope that they're going to be into revenge.
Nasu made a step and they actually hurt him, so they get the shot off in full advance to that side of the map. Now they completely close off 3 players, as Mason's going to go ahead and take down Karn as well, but they'll rotate over. They will pick up this bomb. X6tence's going to be the first in, as Stonda's holding off on the backside. He wants to just get a shot through that smoke. Stonda's going to get caught off. Flippin' finds him, and now it's all left to X6tence.
Yeah.
And look how pushed they are on his position. Yeah, there's no question they'll hunt him. They've already spotted him in that doorway, and he pops out. Mason waits. 6-6. Great comeback already going on for x6tence. By the way, this was Encore's map pick, so we go to Mirage next, and if needed, it will be Cash on the 3rd map.
And the topic for that last round was x6tence pulling off 5 rounds in a row, and they played fairly defensive in those rounds, and just being like very laid back, just waiting for everything. And what then happens is, that's the big question always, do you change up your game or do you keep playing the way that you just got 5 rounds in a row? And this time they decided to change up the game, going for the aggressive apps play, and it worked out perfectly, so you kind of destroyed the counterplane of Encore.
Good pick there from Karn to wait at the bench. As Kyrie overstepped the mark just a little bit, trying to be slow down the top and middle. In they go, though. First one around the corner is already there. Disturbed comes in as secondary. Nasu's going to get the shot, and here comes your smoke, but he peeks out with the nade, so close to getting caught. But somehow still falls away back inside the site, and that means Musambani is the only one close. As slow on the rotation is going to be Flippin'. He comes down the backside, so they are going to change up their angle just a little bit. But look at Musambani's HP. 22 for him as the bomb does finally get put in position, and all 5 players still alive on the T side. And there goes your first. Flipping caught as Musambani wants to try and just look for an exit kill. Does get the first, going to get caught by the second though. Disturbed already peeking out, so they'll trade it, and Encore finally get one in response late in the half. And the unfortunate part is it resets the money bonus, but this late, it's only pretty much going to be 1 round they're going to have to save, and it'll be a force anyway because it'll be round 15.
Yeah, and Encore is just looking strong. Even though it's the map pick of Encore, I know that these x6tence guys is normally pretty strong in this map, but I wouldn't like say that they're out of this map yet, because normally they have a very strong T side and they know how to break the economy of their opponent. So winning the pistol round and destroying the economy of Encore as CT could be very very important for the guys, and I'm sure they're gonna try to look out for that.
waiting for Sukatron to take this shot. So we already see Karn found that counter shot off to the opposing side when he peeked out from mid just in front of where Sukatron was, but they never get out, and they actually do smoke it off, so they'll continue around the corner. Nasu wants to be the first one there, but Disturb's already peeking it. Looking for the shot toward Pit. Fire comes out. This separates them. Disturb's in a very awkward position as one smoke is already out, going to cover off on the player from Pit. He actually spots up the player crossing over. Sukatron, that's the man in position, but there's your secondary smoke, and now this fully delays them. Question is, do they want to go back and join Xart over toward B? Kyrie's on a quick rotate. Interesting boost. They're actually going to go ahead and put up, I believe that's not Nasu. Yeah, they do, and Mason hears them and sees them doing it, so he'll catch them over the top. There's clever tactics, but it won't pay off. Second one goes in. Mason's got that. They still come around the corner. Bomb's in position and already dropped down. Counter flash, or pardon me, smoke out, so Mason has to jump up himself this time, but over the top he goes. Another one. That's 3. That's the hat trick. And can he get 4? Look at him. He's like a monkey trying to get the angle. Doesn't realize they're down below, and finally trips the shots in, but Xart gets the kill. Kyrie's still holding the backside and angle, and Sukatron's actually going to be the one to get the shot, so that's going to bring us back to 7-7. And again, that money going to be tight on the T side, but they will force it at the half.
But again, they get the entry kill in middle, and it seems like they just like the overall plan. I mean, they have too many ideas. They're searching too much for the second kill instead of just committing to something. They got completely disorganized throughout that Molotov, and they could do anything. They could do a B push, 5 against 2, maybe even 5 against 1 if they bait out the rotation and stuff. And I don't know. I don't agree with the late round calls from Encore.
Oh, Xart. Another step, another millimeter further on that shot. He had the headshot, but meanwhile they are lurking forward inside the apartments right now. Disturbed leads the charge with the Tech 9. No smokes out, but they want to flood in. They're going to try and get in on the site, and Mason's already found the first. Now it's Karn's turn to try and come back around. Mason does more. He's got the third. Bomb gets dropped immediately in front of him, and he'll come around the corner. Excellent play from him in the last 2 rounds as he gets yet another hat trick. And it's all left down to Stonda. He does get one on Kyrie. Now he's just got 3 more to deal with, and they actually were lined up right there, but second round will close out the half. It's going to be 8-7. A great performance. As I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, we are going to have a short halftime break just to clear up some issues. Yeah, apparently we're going to have a 5-minute little break, so...
That's a lie.
Apparently that's the case. No, we are going to have a 5-minute little break. Okay, no, you're right. We're lying. It is going to go live again right now. Okay, well, I lied. Let's get right back into it. So 8-7, that does split it up. x6tence were the one to get the better of it late. But look at this pressure right now. Stondo wants to get up inside the window. He's actually going to fall all the way off it, so Karn's going to be the first one to get the position. There is a decoy nade out top middle, but that's all there is in that position right now. Waiting patiently, Karn just wants Mason to come around the corner, spots him, fires a little bit too soon, though, just a shoulder peek to check off the angle. So now he has to readdress this and fall back a little bit further. And the T's are grouping. It's his teammate firing at him.
Looks at it, he hasn't even used his smoke yet, you know. He's just shoulder peeking so well and getting information without taking any damage.
Stonda's forced off of the arch side. He's going to head toward library. It's going to be him that's under threat. Spams away, does manage to collect on 2, but the dome comes right back into him. He's down to 1 HP, tries to catch them on the backside. He's lucky that the player pushing forward is the low HP player. But meanwhile, this is really interesting. Sukatron's gone right underneath the first player that's in behind. It's Nasu up above on the atrium, and he manages to get 2 from that position. So, well played to catch them off. That's one way to outthink them. And look where the bomb gets dropped. It actually gets thrown up on top of that. So now there's a massive chance right now for Encore. As they do pick up the round. If I can show you, I can't. Okay, bomb was up here, so that's a pretty interesting place for a regrab. That definitely slowed them down massively.
Yeah, overall, decent idea with doing the B split in that round. I mean, everything was onto Ness up there on the roof of CT spawn, getting those 2 kills. I'm kinda surprised I didn't see the flash. I don't know if you saw it, but he threw this flash onto Speedway, which kind of gave away his position. But it seemed like the Finnish guys didn't really, or the Spanian guys didn't really realize.
Nice pick by Kyrie again. Opens up the round. We see Karn already forcing himself back inside the pit, so the Pistols have the man advantage. Look at this information being gathered right now. At the bottom of Banana. End sub rotating around. Musamani wants to go. Need to be so careful. As X-Art's pushed up into the corner. They head toward Banana. Oh, he gets out of it. He actually gets impatient. If they head toward Banana, he was in a great spot. The problem is he's so far away. Does he have a smoke? He doesn't, so he can't even smoke himself back inside the site, and he's alone at B. This is a really early rotation. Bomb still is over toward apartments. This will sell X-Art a bit of a fake, and already the rotation coming around right now from Nasu. Good pow flash though from X-Art. Now the entry has to come in. And Carr needs to be aware that they're coming. There it is. Flippin finds his way down into the site. This slows everything. This changes it massively. Disturb the only one in position to try and shut them off. He does get some damage out onto the site. Second Rondis down to 17, but the bomb's getting planted. And this is a bit of a win already for Existence on this eco round. This second round in the second half. Disturb finds one over the top. Gets a second one. That second Rondis, and it's down to a one-on-one. Mason versus Disturbed. Pardon me, actually, I take that back. Natsu's still alive. 5 HP. I thought he was gone off the overlay, but he's still there and in the round. So just by hanging around, we'll see if he can find a way to help out his teammate. Mason's not going to have any of it, and he actually gets them both. So excellent play from him with the Tech 9. And they're going to come right back into this with an eco victory.
Yeah, the big mistake there was on Kiron. The first rule you learn as a pit player on this map is that you must never rotate away from the pit unless you see the bomb on the radar on B, you know? So as soon as they call that they're rushing B, he still needs to wait for the confirmation on the radar. And he rotated up from pit. He wanted to get back into pit, and at that timing, the terrorists decided to rush out of apartments, and he was in an open position without any backup or any ways to fall back. So.
Oh, good nade. Stunned it down to 29. On the backside, though, it looks like Karn's gone all the way down. Karan's gone past them, but meanwhile, it's all going on. Kyrie's come into the site. He's managed to pick up one with that Tech 9. But on the backside, down at the bottom of middle, Mason's going to get one more. Now it's up to Flippin. That was Karan that they took down. That was your information gaining player, so it's all left to Disturb. Does pick up the first with the P250. Already dropped down, though, by Mason, and on the rotation. It's Nasu trying to desperately get back over, only the USP, so there's no reason to save this. And can't even hit the shot right now. Does do some decent damage, but he's going to go down finally. Sikarondis puts him in. That fence, man, just ricochets the bullets everywhere.
Apparently.
So money pretty tight on the CT side. They can't force right now. They actually could put out FAMASas, but they're not going to.
I was kind of surprised they didn't. I mean, they could get a pretty decent buy, but then again, 10 to 8 a CT on this map, I mean, it's not like you're going to lose by doing one more eco.
Massive push down middle, though. Nade's already out. Good damage dealt. There it is. X-Arc goes forward, but he only is going to get the first, and now second one's going to come down on the backside. Picks up one. Can he get more? His teammates are dropping like flies, though. Disturb manages to take down Mason. Kron's already going to take down Sikarondis. And it's all left to Flippin yet again. And we might see an eco go the other way this time. He will smoke it off. He knows they're deep inside mid. This will cover him and give him enough time to get the plant off. But Kron's actually guessed wrong based on a deep smoke on the bottom of Banana. And now they'll realize. Now they'll come around. So Disturbed, Karan, do they split? No, they're going to stick together. They want to force this into a trade situation where they can bait him out and try and get on the defuse together. This is smart. And playing it in this way is Flippin has to realize they have to come from one way or the other, as he hasn't spotted one either way. It should be process of elimination for him. Yes, they are together, but he can't even get the first, so therefore his recoil won't get to the second, as he's a little bit late on the first one. And no kit. Does he have it? I don't think he does. I don't think he's got this at all, so this may actually still go to the T side. Oh, this is so close! Got it! Oh my god, that's as close as you can possibly get. Big win from Disturbed. Good mid-play, too. So they actually saved. We talked about how they could have forced right there. Might have been interesting if they did, but get really aggressive on that mid-push.
5 HE grenades as well, I believe. And the thing is, if you think about it, what would have happened if the terrorist would have been hiding a bit more behind the dildo? We call it dildo, at least in Denmark. The dildo on that 1 and 2.
I heard that at Copenhagen Games that it's called that way. You Danish
What do you call it? Just big pit?
I call it statue.
Statue? Nah, dildo is more appropriate.
Alright, appropriate is a questionable term.
Anyways, if he would have been hidden a bit more, I mean, they would have been forced to... Yeah, they couldn't play the time without a kit, so... Uh-oh.
Nasu, man, this guy. Don't push him when he's got the AK out. Lines up, too. Does fall back inside the site. Plays it off with the backside with Xart. He's also very low though, but he has the M4 up close, so it's his turn to get in. And aggressive, tries to fire away, but look at the fire, comes over the top. Xart hears it burning before it lands and falls off. Oranges 2, this is good position from him, as Nasub again manages to collect them.
Great round by him.
Massive round from him. 4 kills in the round, the first 2 in Banana, and then the second on a fallback play and set up a crossfire. So really good B control, and now we're back knotted up on 10s.
Normally I hate like pointing out players in terms of frags, but Kiron is playing quite poorly considering his normal standards, because he's actually a very insane player, having like insanely good spray control, and is always able to get like those 2 or 3 kills when they rush him.
Really interesting play coming out right now, as Flippin does find Disturb, but they're going to go ahead and rush all the way down inside. Banana and Stonda gets in behind second Rondis. There's 2 there. They can go for this trade. In fact, they'll go further. They don't even need to trade. They'll get the bomb down. Flippin's aware of it, though. Gets into the underpass, excuse me, and does collect at least Stonda. But Xart's just got to secure this bomb. As Kyrie's in reasonable position, he's going to throw that gun down to his teammate. Interesting play that he would throw it down where he's got a lot lower HP, but he doesn't want it to be in an ungrabbable position, and they had actually recovered it, so it's half a one, 6 dozen of the other, because he ended up losing that fight with the pistol. But now we see this M4 is going to be climbing up. That's Xart catching off one behind, but there it is. Good trade, Flippin on the right timing. 4 HP to go up against Nasu. Almost caught off with the first shot. Does get into dodge, gets out of the way and into cover, but this nade could do it all. Is he going to catch it? Bounces a little bit light.
Uh-oh, here it comes, I think. No.
Nasu doesn't have to peek this. I don't know why he's going for this peek. He doesn't need to do this at all. The bomb's still down. That's all he has to check. Oh, a little deep. It's only a flash. It won't do the damage, but Flippin's still trying to hold this angle. And Nasu is down to 78.
I think he knows. He doesn't know that he's in the corner?
He knows the bomb's up, but I don't know if he knows the exact positioning, as Nasu's still looking down toward Banana. Now he does, but that flash catches him just enough to let him cross back over. So Nasu's going to completely change it. 10 seconds. 10 seconds is all he's got, so he knows he has to go toward the site.
He lost it already.
Yeah, it's over.
Yep.
Good play by Nasu. If he knew he had 4 HP, he may actually try and get this gun.
No,
anyway.
don't die
after the time!
Jesus, man.
Massive misplay from Flippin.
Hola,
Massive
Nico.
misplay.
Hola, Miko calling Spain. What's going on? Why would he do that?
Now he only has the Tech 9 to go with it. Man, you
Yeah,
have
I don't know.
4 HP and you go on the hunt? I don't understand that at all.
That was really weird.
I don't understand that at all. Op out for Stonda. He's not going to be the first one under threat. He might be, actually, as they look like they're going to rotate back off. Alt mid Disturb trying to go for a pop flash out. But all the aggression right now is, there it is, Stonda finds the first in toward the top mid. There's your double flash out either way. This Molotov doesn't go deep enough. Karan's going to fall back, and Disturb may try and pop out and fire through the smoke. But unfortunately, if the players were goalposts, the only goal he scored was through the open airs. Karan's going to fall back. Disturb does drop. Stonda finds one more. But the op's still lurking, still pushing forward as Xart comes down from bottom Banana. And it's all left to Kyrie.
Ooh, the pop flash, not deep enough, I think.
No, not deep
Nope.
enough. In fact, he caught himself with it. He went a step past it, so didn't go deep enough at all. Helps out Encore, and they've responded because, again, we got knotted up to 10 rounds apiece, and now they've got the 4-round spread working in their advantage. And the money bonus starts to surmount, but it's not really in a good position right now for existence.
No, definitely not, and they're gonna be ecoing this round. Having Deagle, Tech 9s, but really no grenades other than a flashbang, and no matter how good they are individually, it's gonna be very hard. Aggressive CT push though, and Molotovs. The terrorists are so caught now. And again,
Sabani, what? I don't think he realized he was in it. And then by the time he did, it went so deep. And I think they may have heard that because they threw the nade on top of it, because you could definitely hear him being tagged up.
Yeah, for sure. I think they know. And it's gonna be a slaughter, to be honest. No way that the terrorist is gonna get anything out of this.
That wall above the logs is actually wallable, but the logs will protect unless he gets above it. So Nseb's in a good position to take the first initial shots. He'll fall off, and then it's Xart that's going to be the one to pop out. That's exactly what happens, and look at him line them up! 4 for him, in fact. The first one assisted by his teammate, and these two together at B are good. There won't be an ace, he will get taken down, but Nasu's still in good position, and Flippin makes a ton of noise. The question is, does he spam away too soon? He does not. Nasu keeps enough in the trigger, and that's going to squeeze us onto 13.
Yeah. And To be honest, I think it was even more silly to go through the smoke. Basically, you have a very low chance with the pistols, and you have an even smaller chance if you don't decide to throw a flashbang, try to nade them out, Molotov the sandbags, you know, try to counter them and make them out of positions. So that was just, you know, it wasn't even difficult for him to spray down those 4 guys.
Stonda wants to get the shot, but look at the aggression again from x6tence. He's down in the corner in Banana. This gives the rotation. This will allow Nasu to go over and help, because if he dies early, even if he gets smoked off, it allows him to get back in position quickly. Stonda's still trying to find an angle with the op. Hasn't found one just yet.
They have 5 Molotovs, so let's see what they're gonna do with it. Molotoving short, and he's in a great position. They're gonna get away safely. Just doing some small damage to Socket Runner. Now they gained the mid control, now they need to gain control over Banana. It's still smoked deep though. That allows the 4th guy of Encore to play on the A-bomb side, but he's gonna have to fall back to B soon.
Mason wants to try and get in.
And actually, I lied. Sata still has a smoke on B.
Yeah,
and just 30 seconds.
Right now.
Yeah,
And still a good
they're gonna play
rotation
heavy
spot
A.
from Nasu as well. So he'll fall off the arch, but it's got to go away. Yeah, it has to go away.
I don't understand why he's rotating back to B.
So Karn's in a good position. First shot on to Flippant. Mason drops as well. Disturb will chime in, but Karn's still not done. He's still alive and well inside the pit. He'll get the last player. Bomb will get dropped, and now it's only 2 rounds to go. Encore looking quite good now that they've got guns out in their hands.
Yeah, I expected a better execute from the Spanish guys. I know what they're capable of, so that was kind of poor execution. Didn't really seem structured, not really pushing at the same time on specific flashbangs or anything. It was just kind of disorganized. Seemed easy for Corone to get those 2 kills and Eps, and no revenge was coming in. Oh!
Gets caught. Mason comes around the corner. Stoned out of position. That's gonna put the into the ground. That won't give them much more to work with, and they're gonna try and re-peek this. Meanwhile, Flippin wants to get out of the apartments right now, but aggression again toward Banana. It's x6tence that gets up in the corner. They've yet to push through on him in the missed position, so there's no reason not for him to go there again. And in fact, Sikaron's gonna try and go over this. Secondary smoke's gonna come out, but he won't see that thrown, so they should be able to guess that he's there if they're completely aware. Unless they assume it came over the roof from A, but even then, Sikaron should have spotted that. He should have been able to see that.
Yeah, but it's just so hard, you know, it's such a small choke point. I mean, they're probably going to go for it now, and we can see how it's going to pan out.
Yeah, he switched sides, so they won't be able to guess that.
Musambani knows, it seems. Oh no, he looked away in the right second, on the wrong
Problem
second.
is, it's the A1, so we only had the 20 bullets to work with, and unfortunately too many of them expired on the initial kill. Now it's up to x6tence to try and get inside B. They've opened it up, no smoke though, yet at least deployed as Kyrie just puts it out now. Sikaron's already taken a decent amount of damage, does respond, well played through the smoke, but look at this divides them. This Molotov completely separates the offense, and with the bomb going down, Disturb then can walk in. What? What's that second shot? How does he 180 that quickly?
The smoke was very benefiting for the CT though. It was everything else and deep into CT, so you could like use it for his advantage, sneaking out, getting the bomb planter, and then just turning around like that was, yeah. I think I'm gonna go for the word sexy this time.
I'm gonna go with the word vacation for for disturbed. Yeah, someone in chat already said flusha.
For dessert,
Just
I like
flusha
that.
things.
Disturbed serving dessert. That should be the new thing.
Well played.
Cheesy.
A little bit cheesy. Is it cheesy dessert? Well, Mason wants to try and come out, but look down below. It's Disturbed that's in position. Kyrie, meanwhile, will take x6tence down. That's at B, so that's where the bomb actually is. But look at this. They're going to flood in on A. Now they've opened up both sides of the site. It's going to be Karan, though, that comes back over. He's going to shut everyone down. And interestingly enough, this is a split position. They've got it down to a 2-on-1, and Flippin's going to call. So the bomb will come back over toward A as a result. Need to be so careful, though. Sonda's down toward the middle. Good play from Musambani. Not to come directly up middle. He heads toward apartment. He takes the safest
he
route
might
possible.
look apps. He might look apps now. I think he has a feeling. Oh, this could be even better, maybe. I don't think they expect him to be from apps this early.
Get the bomb down. Musambani being slow about it. Sonda's creeping up. He knows that smoke was just thrown. Fires a little bit too soon.
No.
Oh! Flippin would have had no idea he was there. That would have been an easy kill on the bomb player, and he could have fallen off it. So, x6tence get away with one there.
That was so close. God damn it. You kind of wanted him to get that because the play was perfectly timed.
Man, oh man, it would have been even better if he got him before he walked out the door, because even if he shot him with the momentum, the bomb would have got flung over the edge. That still would have put it into a close one-on-one. If he could have secured the bomb before that, there was a real chance that he had the round as a result.
I agree. There's still 7,000 undisturbed, so it's gonna take a bit more to break the economy of the CTs, but it seems to be a mid-push through the smoke here. Incoming pop flash maybe, let's see. Mason is just ready for it.
Good flash out from Mason. Around the corner he heads. Wants to flash further. Gets it up over the corner. Meanwhile, teammates still trying to set up on truck side. They haven't found a way over. They haven't got in position, so Stonda's going to come back over. Meanwhile, Karan does take down second Rondis in the front side. But Stonda in decent position. Just no one pushing forward. They've completely slowed off on the T side.
Yeah, and again, it seems like the terror sides have a hard time structuring a good mid-round decision. And if it wasn't for that guy picking apps, I mean, there was no need for it. Again, the CGs has the man advantage. They can just play it slow. And x6tence once again is having the deep banana control. And I mean, it's so hard to play the terror side if you don't know how to counter the deep banana control from the CTs.
Oh, this is a really aggressive peek. Kyrie's well and truly in the deep end. Comes around the corner, couldn't get the close angle on the first one. It's so tight through the front of the truck. And then second one in Graveyard, even harder shot, arguably. But they do manage to get 2 entries. It won't be enough. Encore, do you want more? They're going to put it to 16-11. So first map goes their way. We'll take a short little break. Katie, and I think you've got to bow out for the evening.
Yeah.
You do,
Would
you
be
do.
preferred.
It is
Unless...
very late at night. Well, I'll see what I can do. I think Jordan Nothing Gilbert said he might be able to jump in. So I'll see if we can secure him down. But we will have a slight break between maps. And just quickly, though, before we do, I should bring this up. And hang on 1 second. There we go. We've got our Vulcan. Oh, you're free to go. I don't need you anymore.
Okay.
You can leave.
I thought
Just
you were
get
gonna
out.
troll me or something.